Well, what a show for a Monday.
What a show. We went into the man zone.
I love the man zone.
Yep. I saw a pregnant influencer in floods of tears because her fiancé wouldn't take her call, only because he was busy at work and she was overwhelmed with tears, floods of tears. Forget the bit about the fact she was pregnant and hormonal, as she said. Do men like it when their partners call them all the time?
We also like the tale of the $200 million divorce. That's always interesting when the divorce happens and it's not happening to you.
Yep, we thought we'd deep dive on that. Dog etiquette. There was an incident I had when I was at a coffee van with my dog. I thought I'd throw that out to the table.
What, the dog?
No, I just thought I'd share that I didn't know how to respond.
Yeah. Well, that's what the thing with dogs. There's a lot of stuff that happens like etiquette, dog etiquette or dedicate, as I like to call it.
Should I not have chased the ball? Is that what you're saying?
Certainly shouldn't have licked yourself. Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister, is on this podcast.
That's right. And we discussed the 2024 Word of the Year.
Enjoy the podcast.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller.
Amanda. Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy.
We're on the radio right now.
What is it you can't face?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
What are you, an idiot?
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Good morning to you, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm getting good grades.
Well, that's for us to see.
Everyone peachy pie. Everyone here seems to be peachy pie. Jem Rye, are you peachy pie?
Actually, I have bombshell news for you guys.
Is it
That makes me anxious.
is it good news or bad news?
Depends who you ask, I think.
Well,
I think the world needs more bad news.
I think probably bad news.
is it disappointing news?
Yeah, disappointing news. I think you'll be moved to tears. That kind of news.
It's not that you got an extra pack of chips out of the machine again, is it?
No, but that's also true.
Right.
I am leaving the show. Yeah, I'm out.
Is that for realsies?
That's for real. Yeah, I quit on Friday. So,
You quit?
yeah.
Oh, heads
Are you
up.
being serious?
Well, I resigned,
Yeah,
I'm being
I mean,
serious, yeah.
You're a nice person. You wouldn't just quit.
Yeah, I resigned. Yeah.
Quit on Friday.
Yeah.
What are you in the Flintstones?
Sliding down your dinosaur.
That's us. What's brought this on?
Just a bit over it, I think.
Oh, you're not.
Yeah.
Come
It's
on.
a dream.
I'm moving on to greener pastures, so they say.
Are you going to another radio show?
No. Well, I haven't found what the pasture is yet, but
Right,
I just
but
know
you're hoping
that-
it's green.
Yeah, hoping it's pretty green.
Have you thought this through?
Yeah, I thought it through.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So-
nothing to do with the bombshell news on Friday about Guy Sebastian leaving The Voice.
No, there's no link there.
Anything about the American election? You're not going over to America to join forces with Marg or anything?
No. I haven't thought about that, but maybe that could be a thing.
Well, what will you do?
I don't know. Travel, I think.
Live your life.
Yeah, live my life, go and travel.
You know, it's hard. This job is hard. Doing these hours is hard.
Yeah.
And we get paid a fair bit of money
We
to do
do,
these
and our
hours.
names are on the show. My name's coming second short, but
for God's sake.
the point is that you guys, all our production team, a lot is asked of you without the kudos that we get, if you know what I mean. So I appreciate that as a young person, there comes a time you go, these hours are really, really hard.
Oh, well, I'm glad it's taken me to quit to finally hear some nice words from you.
Oh, come. I
rack off.
remember years ago when you were here on the job for a year and you rang me and said, I can't do the hours.
yeah.
I'm going to quit. I said, mate, just do it. If you can do it for 3 years.
That'll destroy you, we
if you
said.
can
Stay
do
till
it for
then.
3 years. And this job, the role that you're doing, and I think you do a great job. Really, I enjoy you on the show. I like what you contribute, and you're not really the a-hole that people come up and say that you are. To me, in this,
People do that?
No, we've created a character
We've
around
created a
you.
character.
You
Ryan
are
is nothing.
incredibly
Worked very
gifted,
hard.
Ryan. If there's anything we can do to help you join the circus, let us know.
Thank you. I was thinking maybe JB Hi-Fi, actually.
I know, there should be Gormers in there.
Well, mate, Well, there you go.
But you're not going today.
No, I have to stay because it's for 4 weeks. It's a 4-week period, so I have to stay here the whole time.
good.
Yeah.
But you're not going to sit here and make us watch you go through job descriptions or anything, are you?
He's on his LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's... Well, Ryan, if anything we can do, because we rate you very, very
And
highly.
maybe someone out there, maybe someone's got some greener pastures for Ryan to go to.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah.
And in the meantime, what will we do to replace Ryan?
Well, I'm going to head to Taronga and get myself a monkey and shave that down.
You can't have two on the show, Brendan. Shaving's not required.
These 4 weeks can't finish quick enough.
Here's a story arc. Who can replace Ryan? People love that stuff. Mate, we've enjoyed having you on the show, but you're not going today. You've still got to do
No.
work.
Can I go back to my chips now?
Yeah, go back and get your free pack of chips. Action-packed show today. We've got That's Entertainment coming up a little bit later on. Also, an announcement regarding Paul Kelly. Everyone knows about this.
Well, we've got a chance for you and 3 friends to see Paul Kelly. It's an exclusive iHeart Live event. We'll tell you how you can do that.
And we can't do anything until we do the Magnificent
Question
Seven.
1. On which instrument would you find a whammy bar?
Jam Nation. Just coming to terms with the bombshell news. Just because Guy Sebastian left The Voice doesn't mean that you have to leave the show,
Is this
Jem
a
Wonderite.
copycat thing?
No, I've been thinking about it for a while.
Like 2 years?
Yeah, about 3 years.
You know, because I said to you after 1 year, I said, just give it another 2, mate. And you've pretty much...
I've pretty much done that, so, you know.
That was it.
Yeah,
So
she was patting me on the back, really.
My inspirational words.
Yeah, and also I needed money, so there was
that's
that
true.
factor as
You're the
well.
only person that's ever listened to Brendan and followed his advice. Give it 3 years and then go.
We have for you the Magnificent Seven. 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
You'll also get Ryan's job.
Sean of Spring Park Farm, congratulations.
Hi, Sean.
Yeah, I'll start tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, no, well, he's got to do a few more weeks
Yeah.
yet. Start next year.
He's till the end of the year.
It's the longest breakup ever.
Yeah, that's right. You hang up. No, you hang up. Question number 1, Sean. On which instrument would you find a whammy bar? I thought that was chocolate, but no.
Electric guitar.
Yeah.
You love the whammy. Do you know the whammy bar, Amanda?
No.
This is a whammy bar.
I could not hate that noise
Hang on.
more.
There you go. It's a bit of Van Halen there.
Oh, come on. I hate it.
Do you remember
don't
Midnight
blame me.
Oil,
Don't blame
Red
me.
Sails and the Sunset concert, which was just at this island here where I'm pointing. See Goat Island there? Well, look at it.
I know, I'm looking.
Why are you deliberately looking
Because
away
that
from the window? We're
noise
looking at it.
is terrible.
And the Oils did Only the Strong. Remember this?
One more day of eating
And then Jim the Genie. Actually, that wasn't the whammy bar. He was playing with the knob.
Finished?
Oh,
I love the white man's overbite that's just happening.
I'm going to watch that. Sean.
You know you're on the radio,
Yes,
Brendan.
I do. Did you remember when Midnight Oil played Goat Island, Sean?
Yes, I did actually. One of the best shows I would have been to go to.
Remember the time when it happened? It was like Triple J's 10th anniversary, and no one knew about it. And it was one of the greatest concerts. I'm just going to you can get it on YouTube. I'm
What
just gonna
era
watch
was it? What year?
1985, I reckon it was. But what a banging concert.
Question number 2 for you. True or false? Diet Coca-Cola is used as an ingredient in jet fuel.
I'd have to say false.
It is false. Ryan made that up entirely.
Okay. But if you put it in a Mentos in there, have you seen the
Yeah,
people
I
put the
know.
Mentos in there?
Yeah.
Let's play the Not So Secret sound, Sean.
Duh. Sean, what's this sound? Oh, I'm getting triggered.
It's got a whammy bar. Yeah.
What is it?
It could be a Mr. Whippy truck.
Yes,
It is a
it
Mr. Whippy
is.
truck. The Golden Raspberry Awards is a parody award show honouring the worst cinematic failures. Which actor has won the most number of Razzies? Is it A, Jared Leto? Or Leto?
Leto, I think.
Leto?
Leto.
B, Sylvester Stallone, or C, Adam Sandler?
I'd go with Stallone.
Yep, he's won 12 of them. In 2024, he won the Razzie Award for the worst supporting actor in The Expendables 4.
Oh,
There's a sentence.
One of the greats.
Question 5. How many lead singers has the band AC/DC had?
Just the 2.
No,
Sean.
that's a tricky question.
Bit of a
that
tricky
one.
trick.
There was a first one.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
We are into the Magnificent Seven, and we find ourselves at question number 5.
It's going to Jeff in Blacktown. Hello, Jeff.
Good morning, guys. How are you today?
Very well. How many lead singers has the band AC/DC had? Our previous caller said 2, and that wasn't correct.
I think it's 3.
Yeah,
That's
there
right.
was Bon Scott. But before that, there was Dave Evans. He was the original singer from 73 to 74.
He was a bit Gary Glitter-esque. If you remember, this was Dave Evans.
Glam rockish.
When Bon was... Oh, great song. But Bon was more, Bon
was grunty, but flamboyant. So he was somewhere in between the two other, the bookends.
Bon was dirty. That's what it was all about.
But elegant.
Dirty and elegant.
Delegant.
Jeff, question number 6. Vinyl records are usually manufactured in these 3 sizes: 7-inch, 10-inch, and what?
12-inch.
12-inch. Question number 7. Here we go, Jeff. This is where you can bring it on home. Which musical movie premiered in Sydney last night? All the big stars were there.
I've got no idea. I don't know. But I'd like to offer Ryan a job as a landscaper.
Oh, right. Got a job as a landscaper.
Do you want to be in the landscaping business?
Do I have to, carry things around?
And push a wheelbarrow and get dirty.
Yes.
Yep.
No,
Lots of hard work.
not interested.
Balances on your hands.
You should see the faces down, Jeff.
And Jeff, good on you, because at the start of the show, if you've just joined us, Jem Y. Rye announced the news that he's leaving our show at the end of the year, and he said he was off to greener pastures. Jeff is indeed offering you greener pastures, mate.
No, I wouldn't count that as greener pastures. I don't want to have to lift anything.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do a job where I get sweaty after working there. You know what I mean?
All right. Well,
Thank you,
as long as
Jeff.
yes, it's not kind offer though. So thank Mr. Jeff.
No, I'm not really thankful of it. It's a stupid offer.
Jeff, thank you.
Leanne is in Campbelltown.
We've raised you better than that, Ryan.
Hello, Leanne.
Hi, Leanne.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well. Which musical movie premiered in Sydney last night? All the big stars were there. Ariana Grande, Jeff Goldblum.
I was like, is it Jesus Christ Superstar?
No.
Leanne, do you have a job for Ryan?
You can come and clean my gutters.
How about that, Ryan?
No, do I?
You could be like Bob a Job.
No, Ryan doesn't climb ladders.
Oh, okay.
Ryan talks about himself in the third person like a punce, though, doesn't he?
What's happened? Let's get to Jackie of Campbelltown.
Hello, Jackie.
Good morning, guys. How you going?
Very well. So this has been a very famous musical. It's been performed for many years. It's been made into a movie. It premiered in Sydney last night. What was it?
It was Wicked.
Wicked.
It was.
It was Wicked.
Congratulations to you, Jackie. You've won the jam bag. It's all coming your way. A double pass to Arndo at the Enmore Theatre. That's Thursday, the 14th of November. You can book it now at the venue or arndo.com. Not you, Jackie, because you got the tickets. $150 FBOSS voucher thanks to the Women's Weekly December issue with a bonus 2025 calendar when you purchase your copy in store and out now. What's in the calendar?
Am I Miss September?
I hope so. Miss Mango Chicken Recipe. And Jonesy and Amanda Garrett yours for you to colour in some Stanley pencils. Jackie, can you offer Ryan a job as he heads for greener pastures next year?
I can. I own a cake shop in Campbelltown, so if you'd like to get his hands a bit dirty,
Well, I don't
we'll
wanna
pay
get-
him with sugar and love.
I don't want to get my hands dirty, but can I be a taste tester maybe?
You can. I'll try you out for a little while anyway.
What's the name of the shop, Jackie?
It's Studio Bakes.
Studio Bakes. There you go.
Well,
Greener pastures for Ryan.
yeah.
What's the salary like?
Oh,
Again, sugar and love.
Jackie, thank you.
That's what he
Ryan's
gets
wrapped
paid
you
here.
up.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
Something's wrong.
There's no sound.
Press a few of these buttons. Haven't switched it on. Oh, silly me.
Thumbing through the Jarmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1984, Prince released his hit Purple Rain. The song is a fusion of many musical genres: funk, pop, rock, R&B. So it might surprise you to know it was originally written as a country song. Have a guess who for?
Waylon Jennings?
No, Stevie Nicks.
Really?
Yeah, Stevie
Purple
Nicks.
Rain.
Stevie Nicks.
So this is written by
Prince wrote
though.
it. Prince, as you know, wrote a lot of songs for a lot of people,
Yeah.
like people like Martika or Sheena Easton.
And Manic Monday for the
Bangles. So he was a prolific
He was an
songwriter.
accessory for the Bangles.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I do. I'm doing something here, and you're chucking your puns in. So anyway,
I'll zip it.
he said,
Ryan, you can do my job today. I'm not talking anymore.
"Oh, for God's sake!"
Radio's like volleyball. I'm joining in.
Yeah, I know, but anyway, he sent a 10-minute demo to Stevie Nicks of Purple Rain. This is the instrumental, and he said, can you make something out of this? And you know what Stevie said?
Is this where I'm like joining in? What? What'd she say?
Stevie said, I listened to it and I just got scared. I called him back and said, I can't do it. I wish I could. It's too much for me. It's too much.
I know how she feels.
So what happened is Prince did it himself. And here we have it.
Oh, that's your motto too, isn't it?
Okay, we've got another dumb pun.
No, I've got a few good ones though.
Okay.
Jam Nation.
WSFM, hello there, it's Jonesy and Amanda. Whoa. Prince, Purple Rain. Are you okay? I feel I've upset you in some way.
Well, I know you don't like my puns, but people do.
Don't fade this down, Ryan. Just get it down.
People, okay, I'll wait till he's finished.
It's one of the greatest songs of our time.
Well, then why'd you talk over it?
No, I was just getting a vibe.
Even Prince is over it.
Okay.
As he dribbles off into the distance. He's in his trailer.
I upset you before.
By mocking my puns.
I'm just not a pun guy. I'm sorry.
But don't shut down my puns.
But I said Prince worked with the Bangles, and you said
he was an accessory.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
No,
That's
you didn't.
great.
Your face was thunderous.
It wasn't.
You had a face of hatred.
I don't know what's wrong with you. Is it because Gemini Rise announced he's leaving?
I'm going to do the same.
You're going to leave too.
And you will be living in a cardboard box under the Harbour Bridge over there, and we'll say, remember, and you'll say, I should have supported her puns more.
I should have.
Rapunzel. Rapunzel. I've got a million puns. That cruise ship's just come in.
Mm-hmm.
They should call it ligament, cruise ship ligament. See, if you look at you with your face, other people would be enjoying this. I'm going to start Pun FM, and people are going to love it.
Yeah, person will
People
like it.
are going to love it.
It's 16 to
Meanwhile, I want to run something by you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I was at a coffee van the other day with my dog, and she was off the lead. A lot of people's dogs were just meandering around. So the dog was, and the distance is important here, the dog was probably, how far is it from here to the studio door? I'm not good at judging distance.
That would be 8 feet.
How many in metres if you're a modern person?
It would be almost 3 metres.
Yeah, 3-4 metres. The dog was that far away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And
so it's within cooey.
Absolutely within cooey. And everyone's very happy and they're patting everyone's dogs. But someone says to my dog, hello, what's your name? And this is the problem I had. What's the etiquette here? Because if someone's standing next to me and says to my dog, what's your name? I say, my dog's name's Minnie. But with my dog that far away, she knew it was my dog, but I thought, am I supposed to answer?
To pipe in.
But if I do go, it's Minnie, do I look like one of those crazy dog people who's obsessed with their own dog and I'm putting myself in her conversation? Or if I don't, is that rude?
It would be crazier if you had my name is Minnie, like that. I've heard people actually do that.
Speak on behalf of the dog.
Yeah. My name is Barbara. I'm going to sniff my bum. They do that. I often find with dogs, when people go for a walk, and that you have to have a chat with other dog owners while the dogs do their business, sniffing each other's bums.
But it can become quite cliquey in a dog park. But what do you think, though, does she want an answer when she says, hello, what's your name? Does she want me to answer? I mean, obviously the dog can't answer because Minnie speaks French. But so when the French bulldogs are there, she's fine. But no, am I supposed to answer? I don't know what the etiquette is.
No, I don't think you answer. I think there's a good idea.
But then am I rude? Because I had a hat on and sunglasses, and sometimes people say to me, I can see you in your disguise.
Yeah.
I think, no.
Well, you're a big deal.
No, it's sure she's not about, please don't say that.
No, but you
it's
are
not
a big
about,
deal.
No, my point of wearing a hat and sunglasses is I'm trying to get sunburned.
Yeah, but
it's not me in disguise.
When you're out in the wild, a lot of people come up to you. I've seen this happen.
It, and I'm very happy for it.
But sometimes you don't want people to come up to you.
No, I'm always happy for it. But so I don't know whether That's the thing. I don't want to look standoffish.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm supposed to, I'd be quite happy to say, her name's Minnie, because I like that nice, friendly feeling around the coffee van.
Yeah. Maybe you should wear an orange balaclava like Cheeseball Man. Cheeseball Man in
Or
New
I could
York
just
City.
like Donald Trump when he's driving a garbage truck.
There you go.
In high vis.
That won't get
orange
any
high vis that
attention.
matches my face.
What about, here's a great idea. On the dog, you put like an outfit and it says the dog's name.
A lot of people have that now.
The greyhounds have.
Yeah, but
So,
a lot of dogs
Minnie.
have that now. They now have harnesses on them with their name on the side.
It's already been made.
Yeah.
I was going to take this to Shark Tank.
No. When's the last time you ever saw a dog? Many of them these days have their names
Yeah,
on
but
them.
you hear me out. The harness, like a greyhound, and it's got the dog's name down the side.
Yeah, but just if sometimes now they have them, if the dog's just got a harness you click the lead onto,
Yep.
and it's got the name kind of stitched into the side of it.
Okay.
So that idea's gone. It's gone the way of my puns. Down the toilet.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Divorce stories are always good, particularly when it's not your divorce, when it's someone else's. But a divorcing Sydney couple worth more than $200 million, this was in the paper on the weekend, went to war over their mansion, which is natural, and it's a big mansion. Like it's a get-out-of-town big mansion. And the husband suggested, we're getting a divorce, hun, but why don't we both live in the mansion? So upstairs, downstairs.
There's probably 18 upstairs and 18 separate downstairs.
A lot of space, and I think he was doing okay until he suggested to his wife that they could all live together and he could bring his new girlfriend.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
So
this is a guy who's trying to avoid splitting the resources, isn't he?
True.
He's trying not to sell the house and split the assets. How about we stay living here, but I move Bambi in?
Bambi. The family court sided with the wife, funnily enough, and ordered the man and his girlfriend out of the house. Alternatively, the Beak, do they still call him the Beak?
Call who a Beak?
The Beak, the judge, the
I've
Beak.
never heard it, but go for it.
You've never heard of the term Beak?
Yeah, I never knew what it was.
The Beak said he and his girlfriend / Bambi could stay in the house if he paid $8,500 a week for his wife to rent a house of equivalent value.
Okay. So
women are so sensitive about this stuff.
why she hasn't accepted that initial deal?
matter?
Stay here. You stay down there in the basement. I'm bringing in.
He doesn't have to live in the basement.
Bringing my girlfriend in.
Jam Nation.
We're ready for the grab right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
The big dance, 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, $1,000.
You can make it $2,000 by answering a bonus question, but it's double or nothing.
Mick's in Cronulla.
Hi, Mick.
Hi, Amanda. How you going?
Very well, thank you.
Hi, Mick.
Jonesy.
How are you?
Hey, Mick. We've got 10 questions. We've got 60 seconds. I know Jonesy said earlier, and it's true. If you're not sure, say pass, because we usually have time to come back, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mick, let's see if it can be your day today. Here we go. Question number 1, how many seasons are in a year?
4.
Question 2, what kind of animal is Freddo?
Frog.
Question 3, on which Australian coast would you find Noosa?
East.
Question 4, what does BRB stand for?
Pass.
Question 5, true or false, gelato has milk in it?
Pass.
Question 6, Timothy Chalamet was born in which country?
England.
He's American.
No.
Oh, he's American?
He's American. He's everywhere.
I didn't know that either. BRB is be right back. And what would you have said, true or false, gelato has milk in it?
False.
No, I would have thought, I agree with you, but apparently it's true. Sorbet has no dairy, but gelato does.
Gelato's just Italian for ice cream.
Oh.
Mick,
you played gallantly. You get $100 to be getting on with, and thank you.
Okay, thanks very much.
there's no shame in not knowing where Timothy Chalamet is from.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
podcast.
And when man stuff has to be discussed, there's no dicking around. We go straight to the man zone. When men need to blow off steam and chat about manly things, or not chat at all. It doesn't matter. You come down here into the man zone.
Smells a bit.
Let me
Haven't
just
been for
clean
a
up a
while.
little bit. Just slip this up.
Oh, really?
Well, the boys around the other night, and we were just kicking back. We were playing some pool. There you go.
The sound of your knuckles cracking.
Would you like a beer?
No, thank you.
Oh, I'll have one if you don't mind. Actually, let me just see if my Harley's working. Just,
Why it's in your cubby house, I don't know.
Shh. Okay, that's just a bit cold. I haven't run this one for a while. Might want to crack a window. It's getting a bit fumy in here.
Using it as coverage, are you?
I think we've established that we're in the man's zone.
I think we've established we've got some sound effects there. The reason I think it might be interesting to go into the man's zone, and I don't often propose it because it stinks down here, is this influencer, Christy Swadling. She's pregnant, and she took to social media on Wednesday to say that she burst into tears, has been sobbing because her fiancé Joel refused to take her phone call at work. She's bawling her eyes out. She said, pregnancy hormones are literally no joke. This is pathetic. I'm literally crying because I rang Joel and he couldn't talk to me because he had no time because he's at work and I'm crying. And she said, I get so annoyed because he can't talk to me and now I can't stop crying. It's stupid. What the hell? There's people dying and I'm crying over this, she said. Then 20 minutes later, she shared another video of herself lying down at home saying she was fine. She was just feeling tired.
Pregnant women get very...
But let's move on from just pregnant women. I don't want to lecture from you about what pregnant women are.
I remember when...
Yeah, we all know what pregnant women are.
Was pregnant. Okay, what are you just saying? When she was pregnant with our first son, she just burst into tears because she didn't have bib and brace overalls because one of the other mums at the mum group
looked like Chucky
had bib and brace overalls. And I said, well, we can get you bib and brace, but I want them now. I want them. She wanted them there. And then I said, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. I don't think the bib and brace overall shop, if indeed there is one, is open at this time. I want them now. So, you know, you got to deal with that.
Sure. But let's move on from just the pregnant side of this story.
What's your question?
My question is, women phone their partners a lot, don't they? And do men like it or do they hate it? I've given up trying to phone Harley because he doesn't even have his phone near him. No one can. Someone will say, I tried to text Harley 6 months ago. I say, well, of course, so have I.
You've rung him and the phone has rung in your bag when you're at work.
I know, that was a problem. I had his phone with me here.
And his car keys.
That was a bad day all round. But he's not a phone chatter. Are most men not phone chatters?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a chatty guy. You irritate me sometimes on the phone, but you're not normal.
But you'll ring me and we'll just chat about stuff. And then when I'm wrapping up the call, you go, what else?
No, it's the other way around. It's the other way around.
No, I do that as a joke with you.
Because you crap on when you're unusual. Because I don't think many men like talking on the phone.
No.
I'd like to know. That's why I'd like to go into the man's zone.
My wife, curiously...
Does she phone you a lot?
No. And that's the problem. If she does ring me, I know something bad's happened. I go, what's happened?
What house have you bought?
What have you done now? What have you bought? What have you smashed? It's that sort of stuff. But in the man's zone, there's no judgment. So
I'd like to know.
Come on in.
I haven't come down into the man's zone just to sniff around.
Yeah, come on.
We're here for a reason.
Come on down to the man's zone. Let me just test my Harley again.
It's working. Come on into the man's zone.
Still a carbureted model. None of that fancy fuel injected junk.
Do women call men too much?
Jam Nation.
WSFM, hello there, it's Jonesy and Amanda. When there's man stuff to be discussed, we go down to the basement, which is the man's zone. This is a man! Where you can just talk about
girls,
stuff.
keep out.
Guys can hang out.
It's your clubhouse.
We can crack a couple of cans.
Can Mum come in and give you some biscuits?
You know, you are here on very thin ice.
What we're discussing is there's been a pregnant influencer who said she burst into tears because her fiancé refused to take her call at work. And she said, I know I'm being silly, but she sobbed and sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. It made me think, forget the pregnancy hormones and all of that. In general, do women call men too much? Do men like it? That's what I'd like to know.
Christian has joined us.
Hello, Christian.
Morning, Jonesy and Amanda.
How does it work in your relationship?
I don't think women ring too much. My wife rings me straight after Instagram so we can discuss all about the questions.
Oh,
really?
Our 7 o'clock quiz, your wife rings you up and just say you debrief about the questions.
Yes.
It's been
going on for ages.
Does she call you at other times of the day?
through the middle of the day sometimes, but most of the time it's every morning straight up the Instagram.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Thank you, Christian.
Tony has joined us.
Hello, Tony.
Hello, how you going?
Very well.
When I was on maternity leave, my daughter just ate and slept. It was quite boring, actually. So every time I had a brilliant thought, I'd ring my husband up. So that was quite a few times a day. And when I went back to work, his work friends rallied around him and asked him if everything was all right at home. And he said, what? He goes, the phone calls have stopped. And he goes, no, she's gone back to work. She's pretty busy now.
Doing stuff
Yeah, that's right. Often it is the boredom, isn't it? That's what I'd phone. I phone Harley and I phone Liam and I phone Jack on my way home. Harley never answers the phone. But I talk to my kids and sometimes it's just, That's all I say, yeah, because I just want to hear their voices.
When you ring me, there's these incredible silences. I'll be talking and I say, has the phone dropped out or is it just one of your pauses?
No, I'm usually asleep.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee! I need coffee. Extra strong.
All I have is tequila and coffee liqueur.
Make it a double.
When man stuff has to be discussed, we go straight to the man zone. It's a place you can go where the cops don't know. You can act real wild and not be treated like a child. So, I'm quoting Stray Cats there.
Yeah.
But in the man zone, guys just hang out. And
What are you doing?
Just spraying some WD-40 around to
maybe
get
it might be deodorant.
Get the vibe. Do you want to play some pool?
Yeah, okay.
Shooting back from the D again, I say. And get your cigarette off the table.
The reason we are in the man zone is a pregnant influencer has filmed herself sobbing because her fiancé can't talk to her because he's busy at work. And she said, I know I'm being emotional, I know I'm being ridiculous, but I can't stop crying. Separate to the pregnancy element of this, do women call men too much? Women call their partners a lot, I reckon, and do men like it? That's what I want to know.
Lorraine has called us to tell us about her husband. Lorraine, hello.
Hello, Lorraine.
Hi, how are you both?
Good.
Okay, yeah, my husband rings me every day at morning tea. I'm retired at home, and all he rings to ask is, how's your day going? And, yeah, or he'll think of something and he'll ring me and all stressed out, can you do this, can you do that? And it's something that can really wait till he gets home from work.
Right. Do you like it?
It gets a bit wearing at times, yes.
So he's the one who's doing the calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
And do you ever think when the phone's ringing, I'm not going to answer that?
Yes, and it wouldn't be the first time I've done that either.
Set the dogs
I've got
off.
to attend to the dog.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Dean has joined us.
Hello, Dean. Does your partner call you too much?
Good morning, Jonesy and Amanda. Does my partner call me too much? Oh, hell no. I can't. My day doesn't start properly unless I talk to my incredibly gorgeous woman. The sound of her voice is just music to my ears. What can I say?
Are you being ironic?
No, I'm being deadly serious, Amanda.
Does she
morning.
Does she live with you?
Yes, she does.
And so when you say your day can't start until she phones you, where is she?
Still in bed asleep. I'm generally up out of bed well before my woman because I drive a truck for Alpine Nurseries, delivering garden happiness all throughout New South Wales.
Right, nice.
And thank you. And look, my lady Nina, who's actually listening to me, I didn't take her call this morning because I'm on the phone to you guys. So, babes, I love you. I'm sorry.
Wow.
We talk every morning when she's on her way to work, and our days just don't start properly unless we talk to each other in the morning.
You've used the term my woman and my lady and you blew kisses. Jonesy's face could not be more
all the
scrunched.
hallmarks of a dreadful song from the 70s that Amanda likes on 5-Year Flashback. Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you. Well, there it is. Until other things have to be established in the man zone. This is a man's world. There's no judgment down here.
I think we've discovered that men actually like it.
They like the sound of a beating V-twin. That's what they like.
Do they? What are their names?
Hang on,
The twins.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
Let's get on down to Jonesy and Amanda Arms to the pub test. Something we were just talking about earlier, stats on how many people vote in the USA. We're just talking about statistics. Did you realise that this is the highest rate for any national election. Already 2/3, 66% of the voting eligible population, they turned out rather in 2020 for voting.
Yeah.
So that's the highest rate for any national election in the US since the 1900.
That's right.
And this time round, this voting cycle now will be even more than that, they're predicting. People are certainly engaged with their politics over in the US of A. And then we just got talking about why doesn't America have compulsory elections, or England for that matter?
Compulsory voting.
Compulsory voting, I should say.
There's the countries that do, there's not that many actually, or the ones that, like Australia, we've had it since 1924. Belgium, Bolivia, Brazil, Argentina, Congo, Thailand, Singapore, Paraguay. But the big daddies, obviously Russia, sure, England and America and many of European countries don't have compulsory voting. New Zealand doesn't. I think compulsory voting is great because, therefore, whatever happens in the tenure of the government, you say, well, I participated in the vote. I got to have my say. It didn't go my way maybe, but I got to have my say. Because America is coming up to such a volatile time in its own history. I'm glad that's a big turnout, as you were saying, 2/3 of Americans, like 66%, that's a big turnout for them. Because in the past they've had something like, 49%.
Yeah.
And you go, well, that's a minority of people are voting. So do you like having compulsory voting? Because Americans think it's weird that we do.
I figure that our population is so small, if it wasn't compulsory, you'd probably think, I was going to vote this weekend, but something else happened and I didn't get round to it.
Americans can't believe that we get fined for not voting.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing with America. America, they don't have RBTs because it's an infringement of their rights.
Because people are saying, how dare you tell me that I have to vote? But then if you don't want to vote, you don't get to whinge at the pub about any of the policies that are happening. So let's put it to you. Compulsory voting, does it pass the pub test? 13
WSFM, we'd love to hear from you. Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister, is joining us next.
Jam Nation.
Well, the Prime Minister has announced, quite extraordinary, to establish fee-free TAFE as an enduring feature of our education and training system. And from the 1st of July next year, the government will reduce the amount Australians with student debt have to repay per year and raise the threshold at which they have to start repaying. This is big news for students with a HECS debt. Prime Minister, good morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
Nice to be with you. My son, for example, he's doing a postgrad. It's called a Masters of Physiotherapy. And he at the moment is paying, by the time he's finished a 2-year course, he's had to pay $92,000 in HECS. Your new scheme will save him, I think, $16,000 over the course of that. But that's a lot of money for students to be paying, isn't it?
It sure is, and that's why we need this reform. What it will do is make sure that people's debt, for a start, gets decreased by 20%. That will assist more than 3 million Australians. So the average debt is $27,600. That will see them get $5,500 wiped from their debt. But secondly, by making the thresholds fairer as well, it will also mean that people are paying less back. So a person, if you're on $70,000, you'll pay around about $1,300 less per year in repayments. So that is, these two measures combined are about intergenerational inequity and getting rid of it, making a difference for people in their cost of living, but also encouraging people to go to university. We need something like 80% of kids who are currently in primary school will need either a university degree or a TAFE qualification for their employment, just to start. And we need to recognise that it helps people like your son and others who are doing university or TAFE, but it also helps the country. We need to be a smart country. We need people with these qualifications, and that's why these two university measures, as well as making free TAFE in areas of skills shortage permanent with 100,000 free courses every year, aimed at making a big difference to people, but also making a big difference to the country as well.
I didn't realise this, that our students pay more in tax than the gas companies do for the petroleum resource rent tax.
It's quite extraordinary.
It seems extraordinary that
nearly
I just discovered this morning.
Yeah.
I went, whoa, look at that. They're paying That's a phenomenal amount of money
Yeah,
that the kids are
Australia
paying.
makes a lot of money from HECS, don't they?
It sure is. I'll tell you another startling statistic is that for many people, when they graduate, if they graduate with a debt of $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000, for many of them, they'll pay more in interest on that debt than they will on the debt that they graduate with. So it will really be something hanging around for a long period of time. And that was never the intention when HECS was introduced. It was called the Higher Education Contribution Scheme. And the previous government lowered the amount in which you had to start paying it back, changed the name of it to HELP, the loan program. And it's as if it's a loan for a new car or something that contributes just to the individual. What's been forgotten here is that people getting a qualification, be it at university or TAFE, making a contribution to making us a smarter country as well, which is why these practical measures will make an enormous difference to people's budget, putting more dollars in the pockets of people who feel justifiably that they're getting the rough end of the pineapple.
Yeah, because you would have been like me. You would have got free education through the Gough Whitlam years.
But that Gough Whitlam thing, that turned out to be a financial disaster on one hand, but on the other hand, you got people like yourself and Amanda that came through the ranks under the benefit of free education.
Oh, that's right. And look, I was the first person in my family to finish school, let alone go to university. And one of the things that the Whitlam reforms did was that they made it seem as if going to university was within reach of people. And so many members of my cabinet are the first members of their family who went to university, and that's a good thing.
Do you think, though,
education.
But do you think, though, that the pendulum's gone the other way? There's too many kids going to uni doing things like vase painting and stuff like that when they should be doing a trade. Has the pendulum swung the wrong way?
No, not at all. And by and large, whilst there is the odd example of that, overwhelmingly people go to university to get an education and a qualification that will serve them not just in their work life, but in their broader life as well. Learning how to think and work things through is important in itself, but we've prioritised Be Free TAFE. When we introduced it, it was called by the opposition a waste. Well, over 500,000 Australians, not just young Australians, but also people retraining for new jobs as the economy has changed, have enrolled in Be Free TAFE. They're doing carpentry and electrical and information technology and robotics, as well as the care sector, childcare, aged care, disability care. In all of these areas of skills shortage are prioritised, and that's a good thing. We need to lift up the number of tradespeople, and that's far better than importing people with skills. We need to train Australians up for those jobs and recognise that a university degree is important, but equally important are those TAFE qualifications, are those trades.
Well, Prime Minister, it's nice to have you on the show and not talking about Qantas perks and things like that.
Well, I think this is what people are interested in. They're interested in how we'll make a difference for them, and these measures that we announced on the weekend will certainly do that. Education is the key to widening those doors of opportunity. And, you know, when I was a kid, my mum made sacrifices to make sure that I would continue through school and have the opportunity to go to university. And so many families out there, that's what they want. They want a better opportunity and a better life for their kids and their grandkids. And the government needs to help them with that rather than be a barrier with this lifetime of debt. And that's what these measures are about, making a practical difference to your listeners and to their families.
Good on you.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Nice to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms compulsory voting. Does it pass the pub test?
Well, America this is November 4. They're about to hit the polling booths now. They say that they're expecting a huge turnout, which means about 66%. That's I think one of the highest results they've ever had, and they're expecting something like that. It can be as low as 50%. It can be below 50%, the number that will decide the government. But they don't have compulsory voting.
Well, the 2018 election, that was a 49% turnout. That was
a
before
midterm.
The pandemic.
That was a midterm.
Yeah, that was a midterm one for Obama.
Yeah. So if you want to have a say, what are you going to do? Do you think it's right that we have compulsory voting? Does it pass the pub test?
Well, I've always found it quite bizarre that the so-called most powerful man on Earth, the guy with the fingers on his buttons for the nuclear bombs, can be put into position by not even compulsory voting.
No, absolutely not, because in a democracy, people should choose. Actually, I go to the voting booth and I don't vote. I just register and walk out.
For me, yes, because I value my vote, but unfortunately, having been an electoral representative for many elections, no, because people are only turning up to get their name marked off and not actually casting a vote. I see why we need it, but unfortunately, a lot of the people don't appreciate this value of what we get to do.
This is a country that we're supposed to have freedom of speech and everything. How do you have freedom when you're being forced to vote? And if you don't like anyone that's there that has to be voted for, you get penalised because you didn't want to vote for them.
It sure does pass the pub test. Look, we live in a very great country that's got a good democracy, and it might be a bit of a pain to go and queue up every time to go to vote. It's a pain to have to sit through all the campaigning as well, but we're very lucky that we've got compulsory voting because we know when someone gets elected that everyone in the country's participated in it.
Yes, definitely. If you don't vote, you can't complain about it if a dickhead gets voted in. You will suffer the consequences for years to come.
Wise words. I thank you for all your calls.
Jam Nation.
Well, Collins Dictionary has revealed their word of the year. Do you know what the last year's word of the year was? AI.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Well, I guess. What it is, the way they decipher all this is they monitor their 20 billion word database to find out what words are new and have evolved and what's the most popular word of the year.
What about my word, Tez, for terrible? That's Tez.
Yeah, I've looked it up. There's your picture next to it. So what this does is it reflects the ever-evolving English language, unlike Tez, which is just...
Tez is great.
That's not your word.
I heard someone use it the other day.
That's because it's not your word.
That is my word. Tez is my word. That's copyright me.
Oh, it's like just saying any shortening that Australians do is that.
Whenever you hear, I'll say this to you, if I hear other people using the word Tez, I know it came from me. Mm-hmm. I'm happy to give it to the world, though, for free.
Well, let's look at what do you want to go straight to number one? Do you want to know what the word of the year is?
Oh, there's no
there are some
foreplay here?
All right, well, let's go to the foreplay, which isn't one of the words. New and notable words for 2024, era.
Yep.
Thanks to, in the sense of a period of one's life or career that's of a distinctive character. Thank you to T-Swift, that's right. A number of the new words include a growing movement against mass tourism. So we had anti-tourism. Mm-hmm. What about this word, delulu? If you've gone deluded.
Oh, I love that.
Raw dogging,
yeah,
which is taking a long-haul flight with no devices or distractions. Brain rot, yapping, just means to talk a lot. Supermajority, romantasy. I've been into the romantasy this year.
With your fairy porn.
My fairy smut, please. And looks maxing, which I think is just pimping your look, really. Okay, you ready for the word of the year? Brat.
Brat?
Brat.
Brat.
Yep. The phrase brat summer became one of the most talked about phrases. Brat. And this is largely thanks to the singer Charlie XCX. She had this massive song, Apple.
I know
over TikTok.
Yeah.
She has
the
an
kids
album.
doing the TikTok dance.
That's right. Well, she's got an album, I think, called Brat. And so is that right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Thank you. So she's got an album called Brat, and that has defined the girls of the summer. Mm-hmm. So it's women who are sassy, confident, independent, with a hedonistic attitude. And she herself...
How you said head on a stick attitude?
hedonistic.
Oh, I thought you said head on a stick like Dickie Neeg. Mr. Summers, Mr. Summers.
Or like Survivor, you have to heads on a stick, out you go. But also
No one
Charlie...
puts their head on a stick in Survivor.
I just dream of it.
No, they have the little torch. What are you watching?
Charlie
The Purge or
XCX
something?
herself has said that Kamala Harris is brat, and Kamala's her own people have reposted that. So brat summer, brat girl, confident or sassy, all that stuff, that is the word of the year.
A lot of people might say she's Tez.
Well, let me have a look here. I'm just flicking through.
You're flicking through nothing. You're ruffling a piece of paper.
It's more than you've done for some time.
Which is Tez.
And no, Tez isn't mentioned.
It's 17-8, the ignominy. Where's ignominy?
Head on a stick.
Mr. Summers, Mr. Summers.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
I demand entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
She's here from the Daily Oz, Emma Gillespie. Hello.
Hello. Well, the US election is upon us. It's here, election week. Can you even believe it?
I know. At what time for us do they hit the polls?
Well, everything happens Wednesday our time. So Tuesday their time, Wednesday our time. Polls start closing Wednesday 9 a.m. Most of them close about midday, and then it's all wrapped up by Wednesday 3 p.m. our time.
And then the
Hawaii's
challenge
last one.
begins, maybe.
And it begins, and it could be days, it could be weeks. Last time it wasn't until Sunday. It could be years. Well, it could be 4 long years. But polls are neck and neck. Everyone is predicting a photo finish. They're calling it the closest US election race in modern history. So the candidates, Trump and Harris, are really trying to squeeze as much good PR as they possibly can out of the
Driving around in
remaining
a garbage truck.
Exactly, the garbage truck, the dying breaths of their campaigns. And we had Vice President Kamala Harris making a surprise appearance on SNL over the weekend. She joined Maya Rudolph, who's an actress, you might know her from Loot, Bridesmaids. She's an SNL alum.
She does a very incredibly precise impersonation of Kamala Harris.
So she's been satirising Kamala over the last few months, and the pair performed a sketch during the famous cold open of SNL, so right before you see the monologue or any of the credits. Here's a little bit from that.
We know each other so well, we even finish each other's belief in the promise of America.
And then this was another funny moment.
Pamela, take my Pamela. The American people want to stop the chaos and end the drama with a cool new stepmamala. Kick back in our pajamas and watch a rom-Kamala.
I always think with SNL, are you like me? I watch it and I think, is this funny or not? I can't tell, because sometimes there's really great stuff on there.
Yeah.
But they seem to go too long with it.
I love SNL, but I do think that especially their pre-election show, it's really kind of a snapshot of the cultural, it's a temperature check of what the culture is thinking. And it's certainly not, indicative of how Republican voters are feeling.
Yeah.
But, comedians,
But I found if you make any jokes about Trump, people just get really triggered now. If you just make any joke about Donald Trump, people just go, oh, well, at least he's not letting migrants into the country. And you go, okay, I'm just making a
I think
joke.
what SNL did really well in this show, in the pre-election show, was it was a lot more self-deprecating. They made fun of themselves. Kamala really making fun of herself, mocking her own laugh. Plenty of Trump jokes, though. But we had Weekend Update, which is their sort of news desk spoof segment in halftime of the show, and the lead writers do that segment. Here's a gag that Colin Jost opened with that I thought was good.
Well, next week, the American people will decide if the next president will be Kamala Harris or if everyone at SNL will get audited.
They're all in a gulag.
Exactly. Well, I mean, the whole of Hollywood's on edge, but they're throwing their weight behind Harris. She's got a couple more rallies over the next 2 days. She's in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, where Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Oprah Winfrey are all expected, Ricky Martin, and that's not the only big star who has thrown their support behind Kamala over the weekend. Former Republican governor, the Governator, Arnold Schwarzenegger has endorsed Harris. Now, you might remember he was governor of California and a staunch Republican, but he's backing the Democrat because he said that a Trump victory would mean 4 more years of BS. He wrote this really lengthy post on X over the weekend. He said he doesn't really do endorsements, but he felt that he really had to, that this is all just a game to Trump, and a candidate who won't respect your vote unless it's for him is, not a candidate who can protect the future of America. I also didn't realise there's beef between Schwarzenegger and Trump because Arnie replaced Trump on The Apprentice
and
in
then
2016.
Trump kept boasting about how terrible the ratings were when Arnold Schwarzenegger was doing it.
Because he was his replacement. But there is a kind of more sinister conversation going on here, which Arnie has alluded to, which is that Trump has gone really hard over the weekend on the voter fraud, the controversial kind of conspiracy theorising about the democratic system. He told supporters at a rally in Pennsylvania that he thinks pollsters should be locked up because polls are illegal.
Yeah, they're finding it very hard to find people who are going to man those booths, actually, at an election day, because people are terrified that they're going to be the front for violence.
There was one that was set on fire. What was
there are multiple that have been set on fire.
So who did that?
Washington,
do they know who
Vancouver.
did that?
They've got a suspect. They have these images of a car that they think had sort of hopped around all these ballots over the course of one night. But they found, IED explosive things in these ballot boxes. Trump is basically calling for early votes to not be counted. He says that...
You know why? Because a whole lot of women have voted early, and that's believed to be a push for Kamala.
Well, that 60 million people have voted early or something in the US, which is huge. And now, we've already got this talk of denying whatever result's going to be.
It's exhausting.
It is. And the only thing Americans do seem to be in agreement on is a poll last week, a national poll found that 2/3 of US voters do feel that violence post-election day is inevitable. So they're all expecting some kind of huge uprising, which is just horrific. It's going to be a scary week.
I'm glad we live here. We've got our democracy sausage.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Exactly. Got to be grateful for that. Thanks, guys.
Maybe that's what they need. If they had democracy sausages, maybe there'd be a kinder
That's probably
system.
the temperature would drop a bit.
Yeah.
Not on the grill for the democracy sausage, but nonetheless.
Unless you vote late, run out of onion, and then all hell breaks loose.
Don't even start.
Thank you, Em.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Before too long, you are running through the game. What makes such a sweet goddess of me?
Every day this week, we've got tickets for you and 3 friends to see Paul Kelly up for grabs. You could be like one of those ballers that show up and you walk in with your gang of mates.
Well, it's also in our new building here. You get to check out where we are.
That's right. You could come in and have a look at the premises.
It's an exclusive iHeart Live event. And what we're going to do is use one of Paul Kelly's own songs to see if you can answer a question.
Okay. Yeah. Who's in our kitchen, more?
Who's in our kitchen? So who is making the gravy?
Who's making the gravy?
Who is making the gravy?
So let's...
Which celebrity is making the gravy?
Let's go into the kitchen right now.
So we've asked you to call. We've got... Oh, what's that?
That's what...
Sounds like he's smoking a bong. But it's not. It's cooking noises. We're in the kitchen.
We got that sound effect from Foxy, our audio guy, so there's a good chance that he was smoking
Well, the thing
a bomb.
is, look, the person who's doing the cooking is in the nude.
Okay, you've given too much away. Joanne is in Breakfast
cooking
Point.
in the nude. Joanne, hi. Do you know who it might be in the kitchen?
No, I don't know anyone cooking in the kitchen nude, unfortunately.
Well, think about it, Joanne, just before you rush off and say no, just think about it.
No, sorry, Joanne. We have to move on.
Karina's in South Windsor.
Korean, it's interesting that this person who's cooking in the nude and making the gravy is pouring it now over some Yorkshire pud.
I love Yorkshire pud.
Like she's not their own pud.
You know what I learned about Yorkshire pud?
What?
You got to let it rest. Let your pud rest, Corinne.
I'm not a fan of Yorkshire pud, but
Love
it
it.
does sort of suggest that this person might be English.
Any ideas, Corinne?
Cooking in the nude, they're English. Any ideas?
Is it Jamie Oliver?
Yes.
Look at all the kids are here. Get out of here.
Jamie Oliver is making the gravy today. Congratulations, Corinne.
Congratulations, Corinne.
Thank you, guys.
you're going to be off to see Paul Kelly. Paul Kelly's new album, Fever Longing Still, is out now. We're presenting iHeartRadio Live with Paul Kelly thanks to Tyre Power. Your safety is their priority. They're open now for safety checks. And, of course, Tyre Power's Great Race Sale. Corinne, if I could play a Paul Kelly song for you right now, what would it be?
Well, you got to go How to Make Gravy.
Of course you do. Well, whack that on right now. Good on you, Corinne.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Well, tomorrow is Melbourne Cup Day. It seems to have snuck up this year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How are you feeling about the Melbourne Cup?
I'm not interested. Let's just put it. That's how I feel.
Because they're talking about the big dance. Everything's big dance.
What's that?
That's the Everest. That's happening now.
Is it?
In our
Didn't we have that when the King was here? You're as bad as I am with this stuff.
I've never been much of a horse racing guy. I like to have a little bit of a flutter. But, I'm certainly not Kerry Packer when it comes to betting.
Remember, well, you may not remember, but in 1965, Derby Day, which was a couple of days ago, Jean Shrimpton wore a dress that stopped the nation.
Yes.
She was a famous model, and she was asked by fabric manufacturer DuPont de Manumimir to travel to Australia to be a judge of the fashions on the field. So she decided she'd wear something show-stopping. She wore a white shift dress. It's lovely. She's a beautiful-looking model. It was sleeveless. She didn't wear a hat. She didn't wear gloves. And she didn't wear stockings. And the dress finished just above the knee. And it was scandalous. The photos from that time, the old biddies in their hats and their handbags and all looking at her like they were seeing a giraffe at the shops.
Yeah, right.
It was extraordinary.
Yeah, I remember the picture.
And so Derby Day still has quite a strict dress code. But I was intrigued to see this woman at Derby Day, Annie Knight. She was in the birdcage, which is the punsiest of the punts places to be.
Because I saw Carrie Bickmore. She was looking very stylish.
She looked great. This is where everyone goes to show off their amazing outfits. Annie Knight was no different. I'll just explain what she was wearing. I love my Derby Day outfit, she said. It's black, which is in line with the black and white dress code. The dress is very classic, but I've teamed it with some accessories. The reason that Annie Knight...
I know that name.
Famous,
is she from Neighbours?
No. She is known as being Australia's most sexually active woman. So there you have Jean Shrimpton with everyone going, oh, that's outrageous. And the most sexually active woman, everyone's going, oh, hello, please come to the birdcage. She had a goal this year to sleep with 365 people. Oh, no, that was last year.
Yeah.
And this year, we're in 2024.
Did she do that?
I think she achieved it. Well, in 2024, she decided to level up and sleep with 600 people.
Oh, my God.
And does that mean 600 different people?
I don't know. We should ask her.
She said, I thought I'd make a bit of fun out of this and make it a challenge.
That is a challenge.
Yeah.
That's a
and
challenge.
so I don't know how she had time to go to the birdcage dressed up in a big punsy dress.
Well, she'd have her hands full, wouldn't she?
Well, wouldn't she? The rest of the year she's got her hands full.
And then she's down there.
Life's a funny thing.
Life is funny.
And you and I don't crack an invitation. Because we're not sexually active enough.
I'm the least sexually active person in the world. Tell me something. Is that on a LinkedIn profile? You know when you go along and you meet people at those things. I'll say, so they'll go, Jonesy and Amanda of the Jonesy and Amanda radio show. We meet Annie. Oh, and Annie, what do you do for a crust?
She'll say, have a look at my OnlyFans. And you try not to get a crust.
These are the times in which we live.
Interesting.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
We are a month away from giving someone $20,000 for being our Ghoulie of the Year.
What have we got today?
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. Do you know what gets my ghoulies? I'm 53 years of age, went for my first interview in 24 years, and I'm talking to an AI for an interview. It's crazy. The world's gone mad.
It has. AI is scary.
How would you know?
Maybe AI will get Ryan's next replacement.
Or maybe AI will replace Ryan, who announced this morning he's leaving at the end of the year.
The Gemini Rye Army, or one of them has just said, what?
No, you made that up.
I'm heading off to the zoo.
They're all peaceful.
I'm heading off to the zoo to shave up a monkey.
Shave up one?
Weirdo.
That's just for your private life, nothing to do with Ryan. What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is when a container falls behind the drawer in the kitchen. You basically have to break your arm to get it out. Yeah. If you don't, you can't close the drawer. And that's what gets my ghoulies.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
That is the worst. I also did something similar. I dropped my phone down between my car seat and the console. the back of my palm is completely bruised. It looks like I've had an IV drip in there.
It does
I had
too.
to mash my hand in.
Oh, yeah. Bad news. Or when a knife gets stuck in the drawer and you can't open the drawer.
Or the tongs go sprawling
Oh,
and you go,
you know, does
come
anyone...
on.
Are the tong people listening? Because there's no such thing as a decent set of tongs.
As a reliable closing mechanism.
Yeah, you go to... Have you seen those tongs with the rubber on them?
Yeah, I've got
Useless.
those. Yeah, the rubber comes off.
And the rubber comes off and you grab something that goes across the room and then you buy the cheapy ones for $2 and they fall apart as soon as you look at them. And then you go to Barbecues Galore and you buy those expensive ones and they're useless.
Well, why don't you use in the kitchen those barbecue ones that have the world's longest handles? You could do it from an adjoining suburb to your sausages.
All those novelty tongs.
What are they?
Oh, novelty tongs.
Who's got novelty tongs? There's no such thing as novelty
kiss
tongs.
the cook or something like
on
that.
the tongs?
Yeah,
No.
on the tongs. It's got
You're making that
It's
up.
true. It's got a...
You're mistaking an apron for tongs.
There's the one with the bosoms on it, and that's totally fine. I'm saying to you people, you're doing a great job, but the tong people, lift your game. Out with the bad, in with the good, you can contact us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 3 to 9. Our favourite caller, man of the... You haven't got the thing here. Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend, wins 2 tickets to see Casey Chambers live. It's a good thing I went to DJ school. Joined Casey Chambers and Vicar and Linda at the Sydney Opera
reading,
House.
Brendan.
November 14. You also get the Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and keyring. Gee, he flourished when he had to pick the ball up and run with it.
We were talking this morning. We actually went into the man zone. Because we went into the man zone because I read about a woman, an influencer. I saw a thing where she was bawling her eyes out. She's pregnant. She said, I know I'm pregnant. I'm hormonal, but my husband won't take my call at work because he's busy. Oh, she was sobbing. I thought, separate to the hormones, do men like it when women call them? Do they call them too much?
Yeah. I think Dean was too much.
Oh, then we got Dean from Stanhope Gardens who made our sphincters tight.
My day doesn't start properly unless I talk to my incredibly gorgeous woman. The sound of her voice is just music to my ears. My lady, Nina, babes, I love you.
Yeah, woman,
babes,
lady, babes, kissy. It was too much for us.
Keep it in to yourself.
Keep it in the bedroom.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Lucky you went to DJ school, Brendan. Phil is next, Ugly Phil. That's how much he spent at DJ school.
Ugly Phil is the best in the
Day
business.
one, number one is nicknames.
Everyone learned from the bosom of Ugly Phil.
He's giving you another chance to win everything you need for Christmas with WSFM's Oh Christmas Free, Oh Christmas Free.
We will be back from 6 to 9 for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.